Hello everybody, welcome back to Journals by Jadis. This is Carrie, and today I have for you my design team project for March for Release the Craftin. And I did something totally different. I've never done this before, but Priscilla's kit, Priscilla from Release the Craftin, her kit lent itself perfectly to what I needed. This is a project based out of not only changing it up and doing something creatively different, but necessity. So in my I spend a lot of time in my car, not a whole lot of time, but when I do, yeah, I run my daughter to school and back. I have to go do, grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my kids are usually with me. And sometimes what happens is when we're on our daily outings, one or both of them fall asleep, which is great. So sometimes I find myself being able to park in a nice quiet spot and kind of either scroll Instagram or Facebook or jot down some notes and get some inspiration. And in doing so, I wanted to have something in my purse that was inspiring to look at, but functional as well. So this is the Quietude kit that Priscilla has in her shop at Release the Craftin on Etsy. And this is the project that I put together for the month of March, and I'm so excited to get to use this. I've been wanting to put this in my purse and start writing in it, but then I was like, well, nobody wants to see my notes. But the idea is that I can take these cards out and put them into other journals that I have. So ideas and thoughts and memories that come my way, I can take, because it's just a ring here, and take it out and slip it in like a journaling card into another journal that I have. So I wanted to show you what I did with her kit. So these were, 8.5 by 11 sheets. And what I did is I have a whole bunch of index cards. So I, adhered them to index cards, and I used some other paper that I have to kind of fill it in. But the majority of this book is off of the inspiration from her kit. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is a portion of the 8.5 by 11. I liked it for the cover. I have not done anything as far as sealing it. I kept this very simple. It's been kind of a busy time for me, and like I said, this was kind of built out of necessity, so I wanted to put this together so that I can get it put to use. So I just backed it with some lined paper that I have in my stash. This was an envelope that I altered a little bit. This is part of her kit. This is one of her journaling cards from her kit that I have just punched and rounded the corners on. I backed it onto some just scrap paper. And this is another journaling card from her kit. I love the little caterpillar. Makes me want to say, like, who are you? I think you'll get that reference. And I just put that in a little window envelope pocket. These are also parts of her kit, the extra scraps that I didn't have, that weren't big enough to turn into pages. This was part of a calendar. This was some scrap paper. This is a part of her kit, and it says, if the ocean can calm itself, so can you. We are both salt water mixed with air. I love that quote. I was excited to put this in here. This is just some yellow scrap paper. This is another beautiful piece from her kit. I think you can see there's like this lace here and butterfly, and this is like a big clipboard. This brown portion, if you could see it in its entirety. Sorry, I'm taking my hand off screen. Sorry about that. I have you zoomed in a little bit, so I feel like I can go farther when I actually can't. So let's see. This is another, beautiful page from her kit. This lace looking trim, and it looks like it's a scanned image. I'm not sure the origin of it, but it's gorgeous. And that's on the other side. I just printed it on both sides. This is just a blank index card I grunged up. This is a portion of her kit. I should have printed off the whole kit so you could see it in its entirety, but I'll link below so that you can go check it out for yourself and see what the full pages look like, as well as the ephemera that comes with it. There's like a pen nib here and some floral, and then kind of a blank spot here. This was music paper. I lined it. This was a little quote book that I found that I thrifted. This just happens to be a January one. But there are these really great affirmations in there, and they were the perfect size for this this book. I just rounded the corners a little bit. So, did I do this upside down? No, yeah, there we go. This is from her kit. Again, I love these because they look like bottle caps, like if bottle cap had been set down on there. And then this is I call it handmade paper. It's not specifically handmade. I believe it's machined, but it's like raw paper, and it was beautiful lavender color. Here's another portion of what I told you would look like a clipboard with some leaves. And there's actually a lot of symbolism in this kit, and if you see it in its entirety, it's a lot easier to appreciate the symbolism, but on its own, it's still beautiful the way that it is, even if you're not looking for the symbolism, or if it's not all put together and you can't see it in its entirety. So little page here again, some like coffee stain looking rings, the caterpillar, and he's crawling on a little stem. This beautiful lace background. So it has some really nice muted tones to it. So you can kind of go anywhere with it. You can do other bold accents and kind of bring out some of the colors, or you can kind of, you know, tie it in with some, you know, coffee dyed colors and these pastel yellows and pinks and purples. I love this. Be Free, another pen nib here, some flowers. This is actually, this is a piece of jewelry that I got in a bag at a thrift store. It was like a big bag of jewelry, and I took it apart because I love making and having these spiral paper clips, and then I just put some scrap tassel there. This is another pocket. Oh, this is, so I've been working on trying to make a digital kit, and this was one, it was an alphabet card that I made. But Q, because the name of the kit is Quietude, and so I printed off a Q, and then just, I think I printed it on cardstock. Oh no, I glued it too. So this is doubled up. But this is another journaling card that came from her kit. It says Create on there, a little coffee staining, and then I backed it onto some paper. And then, yeah, like I said, this is a page from her kit. I just turned it into a pocket. So let me put this in here. Oh gosh, you guys all know how it is trying to put stuff back together on camera, because you're trying to stay in frame and you're trying to do it quickly because nobody wants to see you fumbling around, but we do it anyways. Okay, so this is the back side of another one. This is almost like some muslin, like the way that the image came out. I am not sure how she did it. I don't know if this was scanned or not, but it's gorgeous. And then some pastel color, just a paper. This is a page from her kit, a feather, a rose, and this butterfly. I love it. Lends itself to transition from the caterpillar to the butterfly is kind of what I take from it. Butterfly, another floral piece. It's like this nice grid paper. I believe it was birch background. The wood patterning, I think, is birch. That may not be exactly what's on here, but I think that's what she said she was using for that. This is another portion from, it looks like some frayed edges. This is a playing card that I have. You guys, I have a ton of playing cards, and I'm actually thinking about putting together some to put in my Etsy shop, like a group of like 100 or something like that. Just for people that want different types of playing cards, because this one is beautiful on its own. I didn't feel like I needed to alter it, but if I do want to alter it, I can cover up this side, or I can just write in the space. Since it's a 2, there's a little bit more writing space. Here is a pastel pink, and then another portion from her kit, and if the detail is actually really gorgeous. I'm trying to get it closer, but there's actually writing in here. However she made this, the layers that she uses are amazing, and so this lace looking piece, there's actually teeny tiny writing in there. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. So some more paper, another portion of her kit, the one with the lace. I did the lace across the top this time, whereas the other page the lace was down the side. I tried to alternate that. So I did put some thought into this. I don't want it to seem like I just threw some index cards together and glued her pages down. It felt like I really wanted to like embrace the images that she chose to put in this kit. And so, like, for example, this rose gets its own, you know, its own card and gets to be seen for, or it may not be a rose. I'm sorry if I looked at it and I was like, it looks like spiny, but it might be like a different kind of flower. I don't know. I'm not a botany major. I'm a biology major, but not a botany major. This was part of a calendar. This is actually sand. I believe this was from a seal, but I liked it. Let's see. Some more of her kit. I love that she uses this tape. I mean, this isn't physically tape on here. It's like, it's a layer that she used when she created her digital kit, and it's great. This is some more of that lavender, you know, raw paper is what I'll call it. Another pastel page. This is some scrap lined, you know, list making paper that you get and hang on your refrigerator. For some reason I can't turn the page. And then this beautiful print, also from her kit. This one says Magic on it, and it's got the a paintbrush here and some lace, and again part of this clipboard image. The magic, it looks like kind of like a coin, like if it were a stamped charm coin. So I did an M for the magic that was there, backed it again. This is another one of her journaling cards. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's got a dragonfly on it. Again, just backed it on some paper. I won't bother trying to put that back in there. We've already done that a few times. And then this fern leaf here, and then this like ledger paper, you know, part of her layers from her kit. And then this is another one of those quotes from the book that I got. The March winds of transition are here. In my change process, I embrace the cycle of death and rebirth. And that's really been resonating with me lately. So this, in its entirety, like I said, serves a physical purpose, but it also serves, I don't know, a bit of a spiritual purpose for me as well. Just with some of these quotes, I intended on adding a few more, plus the symbolism that's in here. And just this transition time, going from the winter into the spring and going from dormancy into like rebirth and life. And I really, really enjoyed working with this kit. It was very refreshing, and it came at a really great time to be able to do that. Let's see what the other side says. All these quotes are fantastic. I am learning to orchestrate my outer actions from a place of inner virtue. My motives resonate with my deeds. My mind harmonizes with my heart. Love it. This pastel green. This is another page from her kit. Look at this. The keys really resonate with me. I love, love, love locks and keys and old irony, jangly keys. I don't know why. I like the sound. I like how they feel. I like the weight. I like the symbolism. So really, this kit was just everything I needed. Some music, you know, some music paper that you would like write your own musical notes in. Another bit of her page, and like I said, you can see that there's this graph paper background to it. This is actually the same picture that you had seen before. I think what I'd done is I'd printed it twice, and then I was like, well, this is perfect. I need filler. Like, this is what I need this for. And this is just plain paper. So not all of them are backed onto index cards. Some of them, most of them are. Another page from her kit. This is a piece of like dusty rose of that machined paper. A little page from a map on the back side here. And it ends with start somewhere. And I felt like putting that at the end was significant in the idea of you had to start somewhere to get to the end. And once you get to the end, you start somewhere again. It's a cycle. And a lot of what this represents to me is that kind of energy. So I know this isn't a typical junk journal style type of thing. And I when I talked to Priscilla, I told her, I said, you know, I'm just feeling like I want to do something a little bit different. And in a way, a little bit simple. I didn't want it to be overwhelming, but I wanted it to be mindful. So this is my little purse journaling card kit type thing that I did for her, and I had so much fun doing it. And yeah, so if you have any questions, and I'd actually liked, if you're still here watching, I'd like to know what you think about the cards that I have. I don't know, I've seen these a couple places before, but it was kind of my first attempt at doing, well, one of my attempts at doing digital creations. Because Priscilla's been so inspiring watching her grow. Hers was the first digital kit that I ever bought back last year. And now to be on her design team really just means a lot to me. So I've taken inspiration from her in trying to create some things that I have and need. And then also the playing cards. If anybody's interested in looking and seeing what playing cards I have on hand, I'm hoping to do something with that. So with all of that, I hope you're doing well, and may the transition from winter to spring be marvelous for you as well. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.